Crazy God story. When God told me to start a non-profit mechanic company where my full-time job was fixing cars for broke people for free as a way to share his love with people, he spoke to me clearly in a variety of different ways. Not long after I got saved, I was unemployed. I was looking for work. I heard a sermon at church that led me to believe God didn't just want me to find a job, but to find something that would allow me to glorify him. Not long after that, I read Ephesians 4:28, which says, "Let him who stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands that which is good, so that he can have something to give to him who has need." It pierced my heart because I'd been a liar and a thief and a super dishonest mechanic. As I began praying about it, I felt like God wanted me to start a non-profit mechanic company, but I didn't know how I was going to support my family if I did that. And then I read Matthew chapter 6, where Jesus says, if you seek God's kingdom first, he will supply all of your needs. So I told my wife what I thought God wanted me to do, and she said, hold on a minute. I want to show you what God has been telling me. She got her Bible and read Ephesians 4:28 and said, yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do. Then I got a phone call from a pastor that knew I was a mechanic. He said, hey, we've got this guy at our church named Eric. His car's broke down. Can you go look at it? So I did. Turns out he'd blown his engine and transmission. His power steering pump and alternator were also going out. He needed thousands of dollars of parts to fix his car that none of us had, so I left. Then 3 days later, I got a phone call from my brother that I hadn't talked to in a year. He said, 6 months ago, someone abandoned his car in my driveway. I've got to move. If you can use it, you can have it for parts. It was the same car as Eric's. I got all the parts I needed for free. God was clearly telling me to start that business. If you want to know more about my story or how to get to a place in your life where living by faith and following Jesus is as natural as breathing, download a free PDF copy of my book at crazygodstory.com.